Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on today. This episode of As a Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Crystal, some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with the C. Either way, Nacho Mama is a personality, not a person. Today we're going to read the Why'd They Do It for Capricorn. I've been reading a lot of general readings, just whatever spirit wants people to know type of readings, so I figured I would try something a little bit different and ask a specific question. And the question today is, why'd they do it? Why'd they do it for Capricorn? Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you so feel inclined. I'm super, super grateful for all of you that have subscribed already, and thank you in advance to all of you that are about to. I'm excited to be where I'm at, man. Super blessed, and I'm super, super appreciative, and thank you guys so much. So, Capricorn. Why did they do it, Capricorn? Whatever it is for you. Why'd they do it? Spirit, source, universe, please use me as a conduit to express the best message for the Capricorns watching today for why they did it. Please use me as a conduit to express the best message to answer why they did it. Whatever it is for the Capricorns watching. Why did they do it, Capricorn? Why did they do it? Please and thank you. Smo to be. Amen. Capricorn. They're stuck. They were stuck. The Four of Cups. Trying to find balance. They're trying not to just focus on the empty cups that are in front of them, you know? They've been stuck focusing on all the past hurt, all the past betrayal, all the things they invested in that didn't invest in them. You know, they're trying to pull themselves out of that. They're trying to go back to balance. You know, they might have pulled themselves. You might have heard them say, oh, well, nobody cares, even though you're trying to care for them, you know. Nobody gives a fuck about me, even though you actually give a fuck about them. You know, they're trying to look at things, you know, before in the past, they might have totally just believed that nobody cared for them, that nobody was trying to help them, you know, that you know, that they might as well just go eat worms, big fat juicy ones, little teeny tiny ones. Oh, how they wiggle and squirm. And I think that they are slowly starting to come out of that, slowly starting to realize that, you know, maybe they do have somebody there for them. Maybe they've just been focusing on all of the wrong people. You know, I think they spend a lot of time focusing on all of their empty cups, on all of the people that betrayed them, instead of the people that were there trying to support them. You know, and it might have been really hurtful for you to help this person, you know, because then you go and help them and all they do is talk about how they have nobody to help them, you know, how there's nobody that loves them when you're standing right in front of them trying to love them, you know. And I don't think that they've seen it before. I think, and they still haven't quite got it figured out yet, but they're trying to balance themselves out. They're trying to balance that energy out. They're trying to open up their eyes and look around them instead of just looking at all of the empty cups. You know, and they're gaining their strength. But I think they were really fixated and focused on, you know, that nobody gives a fuck about them, that nobody cares. And you're just standing right there in the background like, hey, I'm right here. You know, if I didn't care, why am I here? You know? And then they're like, oh, well, all my friends lie. And you're like, but I'm your friend and I don't lie, you know, or everybody's cheated on me, but I haven't cheated on you, you know. It's like this, they're still so focused on the betrayal of the past. And I think they're slowly starting to come out of that and gain their balance. You know, and it really had nothing to do with you. Like, you were probably their one support group, their one support system, the one person that wasn't lying to them, the one person that, you know, had always stuck by them. But they were so busy fixated on the past that they couldn't even see you. You know, so busy fixated on the hurt that They didn't realize that you were standing there trying to offer them a full cup. Like this guy in the background, like, hey, I'm right here, you know? And this guy's like, no, I don't have anybody. Nobody loves me. I'm just going to sit here and eat worms. Big, fat, juicy ones, little, teeny, tiny ones. Oh, how they wiggle and squirm. And I think they're slowly starting to realize that. So the why they did it, the main energy for why they did it is because they were stuck staring at their empty cups. You know, and they don't want another disaster. Like everything is a disaster in their mind. You know, they don't know how to see the love right in front of them. They just know how to fixate on all the empty cups. You know, and I think they're slowly but surely, because we have a cerebral and strength right in the middle here. They're in the middle of that process. They're in the middle of coming out of only looking at the negative side of things. You know, but you have to understand it has nothing to do with, like, it's not you. It's not your fault that they feel this way. And I think they're coming to understand that it's not you and it's not your fault that they feel this way either, you know, but it's taking some time. But we do have ascension. They will come up out of this. But they did it because all they could focus on was the negative. They couldn't see anything other than the negativity that surrounded them. And they didn't want another disaster. So it made them really indecisive. You know, because they didn't feel like they could trust themselves. They didn't love themselves. They don't know how to love themselves. So they probably neglected you in this process. You know, they neglected to see the love that you had for them in this process. And instead they went into just pulling away, blaming it on everybody and everyone that didn't do them wrong and acting like they were the ones that did them wrong. Because all they could see were the empty cups in front of them. You know, but you have to understand that that wasn't your fault. It's not anything that you did to them. They were just fixated. I don't know if they still are. They might still be, but they're in the process of coming out of that. Like they're in the middle of that right now, of trying to understand that not everybody is out to hurt them. You know, starting to understand that there are people around them that love them, you know, instead of just being fixated on all of the negative things that's happened to them, all the hurt and betrayal that other people have done, you know, that had nothing to do with you. They're sitting there focused on things that had nothing to do with you. And then acting like you're just part of that category, you know. I mean, we've all been guilty of it. I'm guilty. I've done that before. You know, I'd be sitting in my depression talking about how nobody loved me while I'm sitting there with people that loved me, you know, and didn't even realize it. So I think that's where this person is they did it because they didn't see the love that they had around them, because they were so fixated on all the empty cups, you know, and it had nothing to do with you, Capricorn, nothing to do with you and who you are. That's only their perception of the way that they saw things from the hurt that they'd been through. But I think they're slowly starting to come out of it. They're trying to balance themselves out. They're in the middle of balancing themselves out. All right, Capricorn, that is your mini why'd they do it read. Thank you guys for being here. Remember, you can't have a bad day with a good attitude, and you can't have a good day with a bad attitude. And that choice is always ours. All right? I love you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, beep, beep.